Hey, you Stygian Dogs, by now you have likely noticed that Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics have modified their release calendar for the month of May, pushing expected titles into the month of June. Where we might have anticipated issue number 3 of Patrick Zircher's Solomon Kane, The Serpent Ring earlier this month, we'll now see it released on June 4th. And with issue number 4 releasing on June 25th, fans of this awesome miniseries will be pleased to have 2 issues in the same month. And while many might have anticipated the release of issue number 21 of Conan the Barbarian this past Wednesday, instead, Jim Zub and Fernando Danino's 4-issue arc, one that appears to integrate Robert E. Howard's The Veil of Lost Women, and I'm very interested to see what Zub does here, well, this is going to hit the shelves on June 11th, the day before I head to Texas for Howard Days. So I'd kind of accepted that we'd have a May lull. But lo and behold, Wednesday, May 21st brought this, a Conan the Barbarian digital exclusive written by comic book legend Walter Simonson with art by Jerry Ma. Simonson is no stranger to Conan. We've seen his work in issues 7, 8, 12, and 15 through 17 of The Savage Sword of Conan, where he illustrated chapters 1 through 6 of Roy Thomas's The Hyborian Age. He's also given us this cover for issue number 135 of Conan the Barbarian. But this standalone story, titled Eastern Horizons, is the first time he's written for Conan. I'll note, too, that he's provided the first of the 2 covers for the issue, with Jerry Ma providing the second one. I'll offer a spoiler-free peek and tease review of the book, but before we get to that, we have yet more action figure news. Boss Fight Studios has announced the pre-order for 3 cool entries in their Immortal Champions action figure series. The 5.5-inch scale figures are of a style similar to the classic Masters of the Universe figures. They obviously lean into a cartoonish quality over realism, but they do look fun and you can't argue with the price. Currently on offer are Conan the Barbarian, Red Sonja, and the Undead Skeletal Guardian. Be sure to check out the link in the video description for pre-order info and more. And now, let's take a look at Walt Simonson's and Jerry Ma's Conan the Barbarian Eastern Horizons. The issue, like usual, kicks off with the credits for the teams at Heroic Signatures and Titan Comics. That's followed by the obligatory map of the Hyborian Age, the Numidian Chronicles, and the On the Road of Kings introduction. Simonson's 22-page story begins with the narrator telling of the Cimmerian who would one day be king of Aquilonia, and who in his youth heard tales of distant cities of gold, and that in the journey to these lands he would meet a princess of that magical realm. After the first page of prelude, Conan encounters a decrepit soothsayer who speaks of treasure, dragons, and a princess. He presents Conan with a gold coin of strange design, beseeching him to save her. The Cimmerian learns of the coin's origin. 'Tis a riddle that points to the mysterious lands of the East, Hyrcania and Kitai, with their cities of gold and women of unsurpassed beauty. To the Cimmerian, danger be damned, these are sights worth seeing. And from there, the adventure begins. Going into the story, I was unsure about Jerry Ma's art. It's certainly a style we're not accustomed to seeing in the pages of Conan the Barbarian. After a few pages, my concerns were assuaged as I embraced his unique approach, one that to me evoked the look of traditional woodblock printing embellished by simple watercolors. This stylistic choice deepened the mythic quality of the story and concretized the sense of Conan being in lands truly foreign. I felt that Ma's art spoke to the character's universal appeal, as if his legendary exploits are known and spoken of by all cultures throughout time. Overall, I think the art worked really well, and I was pleased by the almost storybook-like quality it added to Simonson's tale. And as for Walt Simonson's story, as noted, this is the first time readers are seeing him pen a Conan tale, and it has all the elements of a satisfying Conan story in comic book form. The lure of adventure in lands unknown, the presence of sorcery, beautiful women, and brutal conflict all come together in a well-paced and engaging narrative. It's fun to see this veteran of the comic book world given a chance to once again play in the Hyborian Age. While the story's availability was a pleasant surprise, I do have to say that I'm not a huge fan of the digital format. I think the Kindle reader does a pretty nifty job presentation-wise, but I'm a book guy and I can't help it. It's the way I prefer to engage with the written word, and especially comic books. That said, I'd be very surprised if this didn't turn up in a future trade paperback collection. And I'll take this moment to once again ask the powers that be, Fred Malmberg, to please publish a physical collection of the Heroic Legends shorts. Please, and thank you. Walter Simonson's Conan the Barbarian Eastern Horizons is a solid tale of peril in the pursuit of treasure, a story of a princess rescued from ruthless reavers, a sorceress struck down for her treachery, and a captive freed from the shadows of dark magic. It weaves together danger, deception, and liberation in a journey that tests the Cimmerian's strength and will across the mysterious lands of the East. Jerry Ma's art surprised me. The artist's cross-cultural influences manifest in a style of storybook seriousness that deepens the sense of the Cimmerian's historic salience. I enjoyed it, and I thought it a worthy experiment. For a taste of something a little different but totally comic book Conan, I think you should check out Simonson and Ma's Conan the Barbarian Eastern Horizons. Thanks for watching, liking, consider subscribing, and until next time, take it easy, you Stygian Dogs.